Good morning and welcome to 10-Minute English Cafe. It is Wednesday, July 15th, 2026.
Good morning. I found a bright red sauce in my fridge, and it made me think my old breakfast favorite deserves a comeback.
That is a very Lisa way to start the day. Today's keyword is make a comeback.
It sounds perfect for an old favorite returning when everyone thought it was gone.
Exactly. Today, a spicy Panda Express menu item returns, office romance looks less common, and a bingo haul breaks a world record.
That's a menu comeback, a workplace habit,
And a very expensive game of bingo. Our first story is about Panda Express, an American Chinese fast casual restaurant known for dishes such as orange chicken.
So this is the place where sweet, crispy chicken can turn a quick lunch into a serious decision.
Its hot orange chicken is a spicier version of that orange chicken, and it is coming back for a limited time.
Limited time is powerful language. My calendar hears that and suddenly makes room for takeout.
Our second story looks at office romance and a survey from SHRM, a professional organization focused on human resources and workplaces.
So the office crush is not just a personal feeling, it's also a workplace culture story.
Right. Fewer workers reported crushes, dates, and risky romantic encounters at work.
And our final story goes to Foxwoods Resort Casino in Connecticut, where a bingo player won a record jackpot.
Foxwoods is a large casino resort, and its bingo hall has roots going back to 1986.
I know bingo as a friendly game with small cards. This version sounds much less small.
If this helps your listening practice, please subscribe and listen for how one phrase connects all three stories.
A menu, a workplace habit, or a bingo tradition. I'm ready for all three.
Our first story is about Panda Express bringing back hot orange chicken on July 11th.
I know orange chicken, but I have never tried the hot version. Is it just a little warmer?
Not quite. The article describes it as a spicier take on the original, with 6 times more crushed chili.
6 times? That is not a gentle upgrade. That is the sauce making a dramatic entrance.
It also adds another half cup of dried chilies used in a spicy dish, then covers the chicken in orange sauce.
So the sweetness is still there, but the chili is waiting behind the curtain.
And the company calls it its best-selling limited-time menu item. A limited-time item gives people a reason to visit before the clock runs out. The comeback is timed just before the National Food Day on July 15th.
A food holiday for one dish feels wonderfully specific. I respect that level of commitment.
The original dish was created in a Hawaii kitchen in 1987. Wait, Hawaii? I expected a secret kitchen in a giant orange-colored building. The reported story says the dish combines regional Chinese flavors with Hawaiian citrus notes. So, a Chinese-inspired flavor idea meets Hawaiian brightness. The chain combines Chinese flavors with American tastes, so the story carries a little food history. So, the comeback is also a little food history lesson hiding inside a takeout box. Exactly. When we say a menu item makes a comeback, we mean it returns after a period away, often because people still want it.
I may show up for the heat, but I'll bring a drink and a responsible friend.
Our second story moves from a returning menu item to a relationship people used to find at work. Office romance sounds like something from an older TV show, with everyone meeting beside the copy machine. The report says workplace crushes and flings are becoming less common across the country. A crush is that private little feeling that makes a normal copy machine trip suddenly interesting. According to the report, 22% of employees said they had a workplace crush in 2025. And the comparison is 49% in 2024. That is a very quick drop. Workplace hookups also fell. 7% reported a risky romantic encounter on the job in 2025, down from 13% the year before.
Risky romantic encounter sounds much more serious than getting coffee with someone from accounting.
There's an interesting contrast. 63% of surveyed managers said relationships between teammates had a positive effect on workplace dynamics.
Workplace dynamics means how people interact and work together. Managers may see teamwork, while employees see a very complicated group chat.
Only 12% of managers said those relationships had a negative effect.
So the numbers don't say every office romance is a disaster. They show that fewer people are choosing the risk.
A Pew Research Center survey from 2020 found that about 20% of adults over 50 said they met their spouse at work.
That gives the story a before and after feeling. The workplace used to be a common place to meet someone, but the route is changing.
Maybe office romance can make a comeback in a more careful form, with clearer boundaries and less pressure.
A comeback with a calendar invite, a policy document, and no flirting during the performance review.
Our final story goes to a Connecticut casino resort and a bingo game with a record-size prize.
Foxwoods sounds familiar, but what exactly is it for someone who has never been there?
The resort is in Mashantuck, Connecticut. Its bingo hall opened in 1986, and the resort followed in 1992.
So bingo is not a small side room. It is part of the place's long history.
A player won a single cash jackpot of $440,000.
That is not a lucky afternoon. That is a number that changes the rest of the afternoon.
The casino said the prize set a world record for the largest payout in a single bingo game.
Guinness World Records is the organization that verifies and records unusual world achievements, right?
Right. It's specifically the largest payout in one bingo game at one bingo house.
So Foxwoods didn't just win a game, it brought the record across the Atlantic.
The event also connected the record to the resort's bingo roots. The hall opened 40 years earlier in 1986.
That is a very neat comeback. An old part of the resort returns to the center of attention.
Exactly. To make a comeback can mean a product returns, a habit returns, or an old part of a place becomes important again.
And jackpot means the biggest prize in a game, not just a regular win.
Yes, if someone says they hit the jackpot, they may mean they won a huge prize, or simply that they had an unusually lucky result.
From a spicy chicken comeback to a bingo record, today has been a lesson in very different kinds of excitement.
3 stories, 3 different kinds of a comeback. A menu, a workplace pattern, and a piece of casino history.
The menu comeback sounds delicious. The office comeback needs careful rules, and the bingo comeback came with a very large check.
Today's phrase, make a comeback, fits all 3. A favorite returns after time away, often in a new form.
It can describe food, trends, habits, or even an old part of a place becoming important again.
Here is today's question. Which story would you most like to experience?
Option A, try hot orange chicken. Option B, watch workplace culture change. Or option C, play bingo at a record event.
I would choose A, but I would keep a drink nearby. The 6 times more chili detail deserves respect.
I choose C for the atmosphere, as long as my card does not turn into a $44,000 responsibility.
That's $440,000, but I understand the emotional concern.
Thank you. My numbers are exciting even when the commas are smaller.
Maybe the office can keep the good parts of connection while respecting clearer boundaries.
And maybe bingo can teach us that one small square can change a whole room.
Take today's phrase with you. A favorite can make a comeback, but the comeback may look different the second time.
like spicy orange chicken, safer office boundaries, or an old bingo hall making history again. If this conversation helped your listening practice, please like and subscribe, and come back for another 10-minute cafe talk. See you tomorrow. I'm gonna check the fridge for a comeback.